Oh, it's gonna get fun tonight.
This is Moose, and you're watching Wrestling with Wrestling.com.
Chezza, the Casual Fan Podcast, and you are now tuned in to WrestlingWithWrestling.com.
What's up? You're chilling with GMTM from Casual Fan Podcast. You're now watching Wrestling with Wrestling.
This is Steven S from the Casual Fan Podcast, and you're tuning in with WrestlingWithWrestling.com.
What's up, everybody? This is The Godfather, and you're watching Wrestling with Wrestling.com.
Brian Cage, you're watching Wrestling with Wrestling.
3, 2, 0. Yo, what's goody? My name is Chezza.
GMTM, not to be mistaken with MGMT. Sorry, I got candy in my mouth.
And a new visitor, a new member. The AEWarrior. The AEWarrior. A warrior.
Yeah, whatever, you black cornet. Let's go.
Please introduce yourself, sir.
Ronin705. What's up, everybody? How you doing tonight? Here to just be the AEW warrior because everybody's a hater around on the Shot Club podcast. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's truly.
Wait, did you legally change your name to Warrior? Never mind, don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Hold on.
You don't want to know the distrusticity of what I can bring, all right? From Park.
Yo.
All right. And before we move on, we'll allow Mr. Steven S to let's go. And
I'm here. Waiting for you, but let's hear.
But waiting for me. We've been here having full-out
Ask the conversation. Ask Jason about the conversation we had. I was here. You're not here.
He was.
Man, using government names and everything. Shit.
Trying to wait for watch the Cosby Show while I'm doing it. Hey, look at the birthday boy.
It's a new day.
So yeah,
What's your birthday? Oh,
people didn't know.
Birthday. Happy
birthday to what's his name? Jack calls him Christopher. Jack called Christopher, the guy not known as Trace Motivate anymore, but
the king of the Kraken.
And yeah, so
oh man,
before we jump into that
too.
I don't know if you guys have a shot or anything, but I have a shot, so I'll do a shot in the kid's honor.
Hold up, I got some Crown.
Okay.
Hold on. I will momentarily pause my video.
Uh-oh.
Switch up.
Oh, there.
Man, these gummy bears are good.
Wow. Luckily, this is only 40 minutes. This guy gets to get into the gummy bears. But all right. So, yeah, let's take the shot. Or just a big up. Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day.
Born Day.
Thank you. That's appreciated.
And
I would also like to
add
that this design and setup, and I'll show more in the live, is brought to you by events by GFW, Glow From Within.
GFW? What does that stand for? Global Force
Glow
Wrestling?
From Within.
Oh, I thought you said Global Force Wrestling. I'm in there.
You have Jeff Jarrett up there?
Where I am right now. You got Jarrett? You got Jeff Jarrett up there?
Double J.
Yo, get him to play his song. Always my
Maybe
baby.
Jerry.
It's not a real wrestling birthday unless you got Michael Hayes there singing, drunk off his ass.
Well, I'd rather someone a little less racist, but okay.
Well, we'll have Mark Henry there to bounce it out. There we go.
Mark Henry will hold him down. All right, so before we, as you know, it's Casual Fan Podcast where we like to talk about Marvel shit, like superhero movies, whatever it is. Any new updates that you heard of?
No, but I will say that I'm 2 episodes from finishing The Boys. Sorry, I just wanted to get something to drink. Little parched, sorry.
Man, this guy, drink your Fresca, bro. Drink your Fresca.
Sorry, just a little parched.
Man got his Fresca.
But yeah, hey.
Have you guys heard of Sam Raimi doing Doctor Strange?
Yeah. He's gonna be doing
You
Doctor
late.
Strange. Yeah.
You late, brother.
It's my first time on the show. I have to catch up.
Oh, you're doing the catch-up, right? Okay.
So you know
He
about
is
the
wearing red.
multiverse then.
He is wearing
about
red.
the multiverse for Spider-Man too then.
Yeah. They're working on that. Oh yeah, we talked about that before, but I've been hearing more stuff on the recasting different people for like the multiverse, so they can play that whole separate like alternate universes and dimensions and all that shit. So
yeah,
I just want to see all 3 Spider-Mans on screen.
Toby,
oh, that's gonna happen.
Garfield,
That'll be wicked.
and Holland. That'd be kind of crazy.
That's gonna happen.
If they find a way to bring Spider-Ham in there, they got me. Spider-Ham's my dude. But yeah.
But you don't eat pork, which is weird.
That's why I say he's my dude. Like, if I ate pork, why would I be friends with him? Like, why would he be cool to me?
Little pork never hurt anybody.
Never hurt anybody.
I'm in pain. When I grew up, I was in so much pain. I stopped the pork. Life got better.
Mickey D's get the sponsorship.
You need that pork
love your sausage McMuffins.
either bacon or barbecue sauce. That's the way the pork's supposed to be.
Bacon.
There you go.
Okay, anyways, this is not a pork.
Oh, you don't want to get into the barbecue ribs talk? Okay,
no,
never mind.
we're not getting into this whole pork. No, forget you guys. All right. So, yes, we're going to get into the whole wrestling shit. So, do we want to break into AEW? Because I actually tried to watch the episode for, like, truly my first time. I only caught one match, which was Big Swole versus, what's her name? Hikaru Shida. And then I was watching Moxley versus Lance Archer, and then I fell asleep. Not as in like a whole diss thing. I really fell asleep. But
If it was NXT, though, you would have been peepers open.
No.
That sounds like an indictment of the product to me.
I don't even watch NXT, though. Like, NXT has never got anything, like, exciting until it was, like, Killer Cross and Keith Lee. I watched that.
Ever heard of Adam Cole?
NXT
Adam Cole's so little, man.
During their pay-per-views. But
him and Pat McAfee was crazy.
Hold on. What was Slim saying? What were you saying?
Sorry, Slim.
No, I was like, NXT is good reviews. I seen a pay-per-view from the upper roster that can be NXT. Like maybe the last pay-per-view they had was decent. But if you look at the overall types of matches and the matches that they're having in NXT,
like NXT takeovers, the takeovers are like
as
must watch. They're must watch.
As a whole,
that's what I'm saying. Like, the pay-per-views are must watch. Yes.
The day, like the week to week NXT. I think after which generation? Shit. Probably like I don't want to say the Seth Rollins, Bo Dallas shit. What was the last good generation of NXT? Probably like Samoa Joe's. And then after that, it was just like highlights of certain wrestlers, but not as a group.
It's
Trace,
true.
what about you?
I never really got into NXT like that.
And it just was never anything really exciting. Like, you knew the wrestling would be crazy. You knew that. But as a character, there wasn't that character that popped to me. The last time that really was a character that popped to me then was Bo Dallas, Enzo and Cass, and Keith Lee. But I like Keith Lee before he even went.
Oh my God, you missed a huge gap then.
Like
Jesus Christ.
Even
Asuka was wicked. Velvet Twin.
Here's the thing with NXT, and Vince did it himself. He toned down NXT because he's starting to realize that people are saying, "Hey, NXT is better than Raw and SmackDown." Now he's like, "You know what? Nah, we're gonna tone down some of these matches inside here. We're gonna pull down some of these wrestlers. We're not gonna give them a name. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna give Ciampa. Look how high Ciampa was." And they're like, "Now let's just pull all these guys. Johnny Wrestling. Let's bring these guys down to make the upper rosters look better than this." Because in all reality,
I will say,
NXT,
with DIY, they brought him up to the main roster, but Ciampa got injured. But they were gonna win. I think they won the tag team championships.
DIY did they?
No, they were.
No, I don't think they won the tag team championship, but they did come up.
Coming up to do it. So they had plans for them.
Yeah.
But then remember, Vince doesn't like small guys, and they're two small dudes. And
But
eventually they're gonna eventually break up. And what are you gonna do with them? Put him in 205 Live?
No, I think with Ciampa, I think
WWE.
Ciampa, because he has such a look to him, like he just looks like an evil man. You look at that man, he looks like an evil man that I think Vince would be like, I can figure something out. He won't become champion or anything.
I don't know though, because
he would be on the show.
He was smaller than what's his name that left WWE. He did all those flips. He was muscular. He was short. Came from NXT. Their first call. Neville. He's smaller than Neville.
But Pac didn't want to resign. Remember that. Pac didn't.
Yeah, but here's the thing. No,
but he was banished to 205 Live
because they wanted to build up 205 Live.
But when you saw Neville in the ring,
and they're like,
and then they made Enzo the champion.
Exactly, but they knew the two top people there were Neville and Enzo, so they wanted, let's keep those two guys going against each other, and if they keep going against each other, Enzo has to win sometime. Neville's like, no, he's not beating me, bro. Or if he's beating me, at least I get a chance to go back. And they're like, no, you're not going to get a chance. So he's like, no, well, fuck this then.
I could have really gotten 205 Live.
But when he's in the ring, though, he looks so tiny. Like, even up against Dolph. And Dolph's one of the smallest wrestlers. He looks small. Like, is that somebody you're going to say, I want this guy to lead my franchise of wrestling?
At the same time, there was Shawn, there was Brett. You have a list of small guys who made it be top guys.
Yeah, but they were not 205 worthy. Shawn Michaels was 220. Bret Hart was 220. I know there's bodybuilders I know that went with him and said, yeah, he was a legit 220. Thing was not 220. He's like 205, 210 tops.
That's not. They drink creatine all day. That's nothing but a couple weeks on the juice.
Well, you know what? Let me try that shit now. Let me know. Because shit.
Look,
if I get a little 20 pounds drinking some of the juice, give me some of that goddamn juice.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look at Big E. Yo, I want what Big E's eating.
Here's the real question. The
yellow yams.
What did Bischoff do right with the cruiserweight that Vince was never able to do? He's never been able to do it.
It's a whole different thing though.
Is it?
Because back then, the main roster weren't doing the shit the cruiserweights were doing. You know what I mean? Like Nash and them, Scott Hall and them weren't Hulk Hogan.
No suicide dives from Nash.
Goldberg. You know what I mean? The main guys, they weren't doing flips. But if you look at them now, WWE, Seth Rollins does everything the cruiserweights do. So why the hell do I care what the cruiserweights do?
Forget Seth Rollins. Look at my boy in AEW. Muscle guy there that left TNA.
Euro?
Brian Cage.
Brian Cage.
Yeah,
He's
Cage.
doing moonsaults and
he's doing
shit
Phoenix
like
splashes.
370 doing moonsaults and all this.
Good question. Sorry, because I'm not as proficient or as informed in AEW. Mr. Ronan, our esteemed guest and soon-to-be regular panel member. Who botched that flip last week and missed everybody?
Okay,
which one?
Please speak on
to the floor.
Who did it?
Which
no,
one?
who did it? You have to say
it?
Who did it. No, actually, hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Exactly. That's my next question. Why are you saying which one?
No, that's why I don't remember. That's why I'm asking.
Hey, man. AEW has some botches out there, man.
Definitely. That's why I'm asking which one. Because I want to know if it's one of the ones that...
Onto the floor. It was like two people and completely missed them.
Oh, man.
Actually, no. Sorry. It was in the ring. My bad. It was in the ring. Went off the top rope.
Now I'm going to have to rewatch the whole shit again.
And then went back up.
I'm trying to think if I heard this, actually.
Oh, come on. Yes. I
It was last... Back up to go.
That's what, even though a lot of people are calling for more women's division, more shows, they're not ready yet. They're botch machines. If it wasn't for Thunder Rosa pretty much saving the women's division, like, you looked at it as a joke.
They got to build up their women's division.
But botches galore. They do, but you can't just
the whole spot for spot save thing is dead.
Then put
that's what this spot for spot. That's
get beat by the champ.
The spot for spot thing, just to do the spot, is so just kind of like, well, we're different, so we're just gonna keep doing these spots. And it's like, yeah, but why?
Yeah.
Majority of the wrestlers are guys that came off like a circuit, right? So that's what they're used to.
PWGs.
Instead of being like in a like a WWE sense, where it's like you don't have to always do a spot.
It's not even, like, not WWE sense, but to me, I'm like, they should at least spend 1 year in a wrestling school. Just at least 1 year, almost like a university. Like, you got to, before you play ball, you at least have to do 1 year of college, and then you go. Then you can go. Some people go from high school, but they tried.
Not for long, my friend.
That's the word, but yeah, I feel like they should go to some type of wrestling school just to even get the basics.
How about better trainers?
There's a lot of them that are doing the basics that they learned on their own.
AEW got to stomp out stuff when people get there, just the way WWE does it. It's almost like the two ends of the extreme. It's kind of like AEW just kind of lets you do whatever with no consequence, and WWE holds back people who should be doing a lot more.
And that's why people need to kind of step back and realize we're just entering year 2 of this company's existence.
Truthfully, but
if you look at it from a business plan, you don't plan 3 to 5 years to blow up. You plan 3 to 5 years, you're going to be in the red. So if you bring that to wrestling, if you look from year 1, there's barely any promos. If you watch last night, promo, match, promo. They're starting to get the formatting down. That's going to come with time. But people got to be willing to give them that time to stomp that shit out.
But the question is, are you a manager or are you an advocate?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm just trying to get that cheddar, son.
The Ronin hustle.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Yes.
Here's the thing, though. Even though you said that, right? AEW might be a new company, but the people in AEW are not new. The people who has the money, right, may be new, but the people running it, like Rhodes and the Rhodes brothers, and they're not new.
They are new in business. They are new.
They're not new. But think about it. This is the first time that Cody's been told or not been told no in a long fucking time, because he wanted to stop being Stardust. He wanted to be like that Tony Stark type deal. They kept saying no.
He was great at Stardust, by the way.
He wanted to do him and Dustin that they just had for AEW. He wanted to do that bloodbath in WWE. WWE wouldn't say no. So right now they're working out the kinks of, I could really just, everything they said no to, I could really just go all out now. So they got to get that out of their system right now, and that's gonna come with time. That's why I'm not stressing it so much.
The whole thing is, you're saying they got to get out their system, but they're on live TV. Like, they're on major TV. Yeah. It's not a YouTube show that you're building up and then you're gonna sell to a network. They're already on the network.
It's not a backyard wrestling organization.
No, it's like when they say when they dropped the first season of Walking Dead.
For fuck's sakes.
Based off that first season, I continue to watch. You know what I mean? No, but if I went 2-3 videos in,
that's a bad analogy.
It's a TV show. It is a TV show. It's a bad
analogy, though.
How?
You've been running with that for a minute.
They had something to base their works off of. AEW doesn't have a blueprint.
Yeah, they do.
They're just going.
How don't have a blueprint? There's so many wrestling organizations out there.
They do have a blueprint because they told you. They told you exactly what they were going to give you. They said
they have to
sports-based entertainment wrestling.
Which, come on.
I know, but I'm saying
we got was
that really your clap back? Come on.
But like, think about it.
No, we let one go like months ago, homie.
When they first announced, they said they're going to be a sports-based. They're going to keep scores. They're going to, like, I guess, basically, like, go with the rules. Like, you know what I mean? Be more about the wrestling itself. And so that's what I expected off the show.
And
exactly.
The pandemic changed everything.
But it was even before the pandemic started.
No, they were pretty. Remember, Cody had the packages. He's coming out with the boxing crew.
No, but even when storylines.
That was part of a storyline.
They weren't straight. Like, the storylines weren't straight. Everything was all over the place.
I understand what you mean. That was part of a storyline.
Yeah, a storyline that was convoluted. Like, it made no sense. It was all over. Like, actually, no, that's a Cody storyline.
Cody's Black Cornet.
Cody's storylines work. Yes. Cody's storylines work. Jericho's storylines work. Outside of them, AEW was all over the place.
What's your thoughts on Kenny Olivier?
I don't think of him. I don't have thoughts of him.
See, here it comes. There it is.
I don't think of him. He hasn't done anything
What did Cornette
monumental
call
to
him?
me.
What Cornette call him? Some finger bang.
Oh,
Fuck.
yeah, every day.
Oh man, too many. Kenny fucking
Jazz hands, jazz
Marco
hands.
fucking Marks.
Oh, he hates.
Jazz hands finger bang.
Yes, there it is. If he knew the word skunt, Marco Stunt would have a new name. If he knew the word.
Can you imagine a Trinidad guy in his Cornette?
Oh God! Oh God!
No.
Marco Stunt's name would be perfect to be Mudda Skunt. Like they would just look at him and go, Mudda Skunt.
Yeah.
You know what rhymes with Mudda Skunt? Marco Stunt.
Oh shit.
But yeah, no, like when it came to AEW when they started, they weren't on the ball when it came storyline wise outside of Cody and Jericho. Like they've picked it up now where it's closer to like everything's starting to go together a little more. They're starting to build up the women's part a little more. It's coming a bit by bit.
I actually watched, so I disagree.
It's coming bit by bit. Every time I'd look it up, every time I'd look into it, it just wasn't
Cody
making sense.
setting up the stipulation that
no, I said Cody
lost,
and
so
Jericho
can't
are
challenge
good.
for the top.
Cody and
Okay,
Jericho
so
storylines are good.
Adam Page and Kenny.
No,
The
it didn't
Elite
end
versus
right.
the inner. What do you mean? It's
didn't
still
end right.
going.
But
Build up
it doesn't make
MJF.
sense.
He's the future.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Jungle Boy.
Hangman Page didn't make sense. Doesn't make sense right now because
Darby.
why is he a crybaby now?
Darby's dope.
He was the one who was always acting like he was gonna turn on Kenny. Then all of a sudden he wanted to be buddies with Kenny. And then Kenny turned on him. And it didn't make sense. Why did Hangman Page turn from this side to
Haven't
that
had
side?
relationships. Have that like, yo, I'm gonna leave this shit. And just like, you know what? I'm gonna work it out. Then all of a sudden she starts acting shit. You're like,
That doesn't
oh.
make sense. I don't start my relationships as I don't want to fuck with this person. That doesn't make sense. That's how Hangman Page started. He wasn't really fucking with him from the beginning.
Well, he was forced into it because he's part of the Elite. And they need to.
So there you go. He was forced in it. So again,
So
if
out
you're
of
forced
loyalty,
into something,
out of
why would you
loyalty to
turn around
the
and be
crew,
like, you know what, I feel bad for you?
out of loyalty,
That makes no sense to me.
out of loyalty to the crew, he held down. He didn't want to. Then he told the crew, like, yo, I'm done with this. We got the championships. We'll do what we got to do. But then he's like, you know what? Yo, I fucks with Kenny. Fucks with Kenny. But now Kenny's looking at him like, yo, you just caused all that ruckus for what? So now he's not fucking with him.
Where's the ruckus? Where's the ruckus?
Everybody
Him
wants to
leaving
defend the goal.
Everything you just complained about. Wasn't it him who was teasing the turn? Wasn't he causing the everything he caused? So all of them now are like, all right, do you, homie? Do you think?
So it wasn't
Well,
because of
how you-
FTR.
A little bit. They poke stoke the fires.
Okay. All right. That one's cool. All right.
Everybody
FDR better not lose.
I
to
need this.
Young Bucks.
I need this AEW explanation. Next one.
Everybody wants
Yes.
individual
FTR, the
goals.
Young Bucks.
Like
Why
the
is Young Bucks heel?
FDR better not lose to the Young Bucks.
Hold on. Why are Young Bucks heel?
You want the real answer? Do you want me to kayfabe it, or do you want the real
do your
answer?
thing.
You
Do
don't
your
have a
thing.
real answer.
I do
Why?
have a
You know
real
why?
answer.
Okay.
You know why? Because Tony Khan doesn't have a real answer.
No, here's the answer.
Okay.
Bucks
It
are throwing.
doesn't matter what the answer is. I'm joking. Man. My bad.
Yo, calm down, Rocky. Calm down. But they're throwing a fit. The Bucks are throwing a fit because the new toys showing up. Everybody's like, "Oh, FTR, they came over." So they're like, "Yo, do you forget who the fuck we are? Like, we kind of created this company." The main complaint Cornette's been saying the whole time, "Oh, they've been too giving. They're giving too much." But if they were to go over everybody and run the company, wouldn't they look like assholes?
But that's fine. That was actually, I always questioned that, why they didn't do that. I understand they were trying to build it, but to me it was like, you have to be in the position to build them. It's kind of like when people tell you, it's like, you can't help everybody along your way. You have to get to the top, and then you start helping. And I always thought, I'm like, why is Young Bucks doing it this way? Like, I understand they didn't want to look like dickheads. They didn't want to look like, oh, we're tugging ourselves off, whatever. But same time, maybe sometimes you just gotta tug yourself. Like you just gotta.
Cody had no problem with that, by the way.
Cody had no.
He jerks off every week on TV.
What do you mean? He makes sure Brandy's out there to do it for him. Oh.
Hey, Brandy gets more screen time than most.
And she
I'm not
can't
mad.
wrestle for shit. She wrestles as good as I do.
She's actually getting better. I will give her that. But there's a wrestler on Dark in the women's division called Red Velvet. She's a young black lady. She looks like she got it.
She got it, but Brandy doesn't. I don't care what you
that's
tell
what I
me.
mean. Brandy might end up managing her. So it keeps her from getting in the ring.
Yo, she's looking so hard to find
She reminds me of the Bella Twins when they first started.
Yeah.
And when they ended.
Nikki ended up with that badass forearm finisher, though. I have to give her that.
Bella Twins evolved.
And
she's not evolving. She's like still.
Here's the sad thing about it, Slim. They're gonna end up in the hall.
Yeah.
Who?
Bella Twins.
Who's gonna end up in a hall? Oh,
Bella Twins. No, obviously they are.
No, wait.
No, they improved.
Nikki will.
I thought
No.
He's gonna be in the hall.
When it comes to WWE, they don't do nothing with those two without putting them in as twins. So the two of them are
Bella Twins are going in the hall.
Nikki's the only one who has the championship reign of all time. She has the longest reign.
Yes, they both have a reality show. They're both
serious.
going in the hall because WWE.
Coco Beware is in there. Come on. It's whatever they want. It's whatever they feel.
You don't think Coco should be in the Hall of Fame? Everybody get up.
Hell no.
If Tracy McGrady can be in the NBA Hall of Fame, Coco Beware can be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
If what?
No, listen.
If Tracy, I said it. Yes, I said what I said.
I am not hating on Coco Beware in the Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame, Coco Beware can be in the Hall of Fame of WWE.
I'm not saying he's not supposed to. I'm just saying he is
first.
Guess what?
Guess
what?
What?
Guess what? Neither of them deserve to be in their respective halls.
Listen. Black man is wherever he wants to be.
I give you that.
A black man can go wherever he wants to go.
No, I wouldn't call that a
Drew
positive
Carey's
image.
in the Hall of Fame, for God's
Like,
sake.
Coco Beware wants to be there. Fine, I'm good.
They're in the Hall of Fame because they broke every single stereotype of black characters. They weren't savages. They weren't thugs. They weren't coons. Well, maybe Xavier a little bit. They
tap danced a lot. They tap danced a lot.
No, wait. They were
That's
typical
Black Twitter. They were Black Twitter. That's all it was.
They were blackface with just regular black people. Think about it, like the dancing.
It's not blackface when it's Black Twitter. When every black person on Twitter acts like that, it's not blackface.
No, okay. What New Day? I know what he's trying to say. Like usually, if you watch New Day, pretty much, if you listen to what they're saying, you can tell the undertones of what they're doing. Like they're making jokes, like the Black Twitter jokes. Like you can hear what they're doing. You can hear what they're saying. But at the same time, the packet that they show the world is tippity tap. Tippity.
Yeah, it's like.
But then they'll say something. They'll say like
paying
a
attention
message to the
it,
black
you're not
people,
gonna-
like, "Don't worry about it. I'm doing something."
Sorry,
Here. No.
Every time he with his Jamaican ass, he comes out, starts whining. I go, big ups, and then I just go with it.
Yo, that shit is funny. Has your girl ever come and seen you watch Biggie on TV?
Do you know how many girls have gotten into wrestling off of Biggie? Are you kidding me?
Yo, my wife died laughing. She's like, "Hold on."
And not just him whining, not just him whining. The clear sexual deviant looks he gives people.
True.
Yeah, listen.
That's
he's
what
Caribbean.
gets them
True.
in.
He is Caribbean. He has no choice but to make those.
Oh,
Are they going to give him a decent push for the title?
I want him to
I
end
hope
Roman's
so.
reign.
I believe
He's
that's the
one who's
reason
getting
why.
end Roman.
I think that's the reason why they separated New Day. We didn't really get to talk about the draft, but
I really wanted to go to Raw.
whatever. No. I like him over there, where he gets to go back and forth with Roman, because him going back and forth with Roman is like the best shot he can have, because that's the biggest wrestler on the brand as a whole.
Yeah,
I see
but
them watching
you know
it
what I
though.
mean?
I see WWE watching that whole. That's as you say. That'll be a great rivalry for a good
Sounds
year,
good.
2 years. But I see these guys watching it. Like they can't. They don't do Alistair Black. Like, are you serious? Like you.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Look at
anybody's going to
Ricochet.
get a shot like a good.
Don't talk about Ricochet, because Ricochet, he made me laugh real good.
Oh.
Good. Yo, I messaged Ro and Trace. I was like, yo, did you just see Ricochet?
I didn't.
You never saw him do the Carlton dance?
No, I seen it, but I wasn't expecting it. Like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, I was expecting the Eddie thing when he got the thing and he started smashing on the ground. He looked and he tossed it. I was like, cool. He's going to fall down like he got hurt. But his fall, the fact that he went, oh. I said, yo, this guy's cold. Like, this guy's cold.
I've always liked Ricochet. I think he's dope. We're really getting his personality now.
We're getting closer to it.
Yes. So I hope he really gets like a decent title shot, a cruiserweight,
when this guy did a backflip over the top rope and stood right in front of Velveteen Dream, I'm like,
oh my God, yes.
I couldn't even think about doing something.
And even
like
that whole promo had that whole homoerotic innuendo feeling to it. And so,
listen, Dexter Lumis tried to do that same flip and injured himself. And let you know exactly what Ricochet is out there doing. Like,
but before I go, I hope that they don't feed Big E to Roman Reigns because he's not going to get the title. I think they're setting up Roman and Rock.
No,
yeah. That's what I want Big E to take the title after Mania. So Roman will get that ultimate build up, and then you build up E by being the one to take him down.
That's ideal. But if they're gonna have him on SmackDown now, it's inevitable between now and
But think about it. The draft brought in Seth Rollins, so they're able to use that. Aleister Black is a heel, so they can skip that. Kevin Owens
fell off.
SmackDown, so we'll say that's a good 4 months.
Do you really believe? Do you really believe in your heart of hearts what just happened in the draft is going to stick for the next 2 weeks?
2 weeks?
Because I don't.
I'm surprised by this week we don't see something change.
As in who?
Remember, there's still a wild card rule, so what does it matter in the end?
As in who? Because if you actually look, whatever storylines were happening, pretty much they just traded anybody who was in that storyline over to this brand, anyone who's in that storyline into this brand. So they pretty much kept the storylines going. They just changed.
Did Buddy Murphy go to SmackDown yet?
Yeah, he's gone there too.
Oh my
God.
He was one of the first ones.
Nobody on this thing. Murphy.
He's just Murphy.
Murphy. Nobody.
Murphy.
That took me a second.
And if you really want to think about it,
nobody bought me chat.
If you really want to look at it, WWE missed out on a cross promotion with A&W.
With the Buddy Burger.
Oh my.
Hey,
all they're gonna do is put his face beside it now.
Hey, think about it. Hey, we had the Colonel go against Dolph Ziggler. All right, it's never happened.
No. Dolph was the Colonel, and he beat up Miz.
No. Shawn Michaels was the Colonel in another commercial and beat up Dolph.
Oh, they did that to Dolph? I thought Dolph was the Colonel. Was the only Colonel.
No, they don't give that man a title shot.
Who?
Dolph is just there to collect money.
Yo, Dolph is there.
Dolph does not care. Dolph just wants money.
I've been saying for years.
It's a new Big Show. Just put these guys over. Because we know once you put Dolph in a match, it's like, okay, he's not going to win. Even though he should win.
It's such a shame, man. It's such a shame. He could have really had a Mr. Perfect career.
Yeah.
He really could have been. He could have been looked at Mr. Perfect of this generation.
So that's why they say
every time they put him in something serious, he jobs out to somebody else.
It's because he makes him look good.
But all his good moments.
But who's gonna make him look good?
All his good moments, though, he ended up hurt. It's kind of like a Finn Balor. Like anytime he had a big moment, he got hurt while doing it. So it's like
making the other guy look good, though.
He's still no. Remember when he won the championship? When he won the heavyweight championship?
Yeah, the Money in the Bank. That's still the loudest pop in modern era history for sure.
Think about it, and he just got hurt right after. Finn Balor, first Universal Champion, hurt. NXT Champion, first match, just broke his jaw. It's like
why Finn Balor got hurt? Because Finn Balor should have won that damn championship. They're like, yo, fuck this. Since you guys gonna do it, you're gonna make the decision. I'm gonna make the decision for you. Nope, you got hurt. Think about it.
Wrestling gods is like, not you, son.
Yeah, not you, buddy. Like, who the fuck are you? Finn Balor.
Anyone but you, Roman.
Very random, but have you noticed on NXT they've been calling Finn Balor the Prince?
Yes.
Time, yeah.
Prince, because his name used to be Prince something another.
Prince
before.
Devitt.
Devitt.
So
Yes,
hopefully,
Prince Devin, yes.
well, I guess they were probably trying to bring that character onto NXT, and it didn't pan
They
out
really
the way
need
they
to
wanted to.
just let Bullet Club die.
They just gotta let them be
As far as the
themselves.
Western world's concerned, just stop
No one's
pushing
worried about
Bullet
Bullet
Club.
Club. But they really don't push Bullet Club. I think they wanted more the Prince Devitt character than the Bullet Club itself, because
But the Prince
Who
Devitt
else do-
character
who do they
doesn't
really
work
have?
without him.
Yeah, that was
okay.
Bullet Club.
I don't really know much over the character. I just know that's his old character. So if that's it, then I guess.
And I think they're trying to do that to get the buzz from the New Japan people, because they're like, once they hear that name, they're like, "Ooh, I know who that is."
Right.
So
Exactly.
they get a buzz for that, because they want to do NXT Japan, right?
They
Yeah,
never.
Still,
It's
bro,
like,
Never.
no, you
Kairi
can't
Sane is
do
out
that.
there. There's a reason why they let Kairi Sane out there. She's doing whatever.
They're just trying to
connections she
keep her
can.
under contract so she doesn't go back to Stardom.
But at the same time,
Does
they
she-
want to build their NXT Japan. So
It'll
why
never
not
happen
pay
as
her to
long
do
as
it?
New Japan is there. As
Yeah,
long
Yeah.
as New
that's right. I believe
Japan,
that. I
All
believe that.
Japan, DDT Pro. There's too much going on. Stardom, Shimmer.
Didn't they try to
too much
buy one?
going on in Japan.
What was the one?
Yeah.
Damn, you
They
know about
tried-
your Japan wrestling.
What's the one
They
they just
tried
sold?
buying Noah.
Noah. That's the
Noah,
one.
they tried buying.
And the
And
guy
then there's
told them.
Dragon Gate too. There's Dragon Gate. too.
Didn't the
Yes,
guy
I
from
do.
Noah tell them directly?
I know way
like,
too much wrestling, Slim. I know way too much wrestling.
Didn't the guy from Noah tell them directly? Like, no, we're not selling to you.
Yeah, straight up. Exactly.
We're not getting. It's not that we don't want your. It's not that you don't have the money. We're just not selling to you.
We will never sell to you, Vince, ever.
Because WWE would bury them. They're like, look at Nakamura.
Exactly.
Look at their Japan wrestlers. Look at Asuka. Look at Nakamura. So like, Asuka has a championship. It was like, for a while, it's like, okay, what do you have doing? Look at Nakamura.
Asuka's a beast. Asuka reminds me of anime. It's so funny. I think
Like
that's what
Asuka, she has it.
figured.
Oh, go ahead, Chase. Go ahead.
No, I think she figured it out. She's like, let me just play what I know Americans like, that anime shit,
Exactly.
and I'll just win.
You know who she reminds me of?
Who?
Roddy Piper.
Just a
Yeah,
madman.
she's wild, energetic,
Just madman. Yeah, that's straight.
and she hasn't even tapped into what she can actually do yet. I don't
And
know
to
if you've
go-
ever looked up the Nazi zombie clown look she has. Like she does. She's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. She's like really But
And to
okay.
go off what Chezza was talking about last week, they can go back and do all the more promos.
Oh, that's what I love with the women's,
So-
the female, because
I've
they're
been like-
much newer than the men. They can go back to the old men storylines and use it with the women and call it a day.
True.
And you wouldn't really know because it would be new because they haven't ever treated women that way. But we're at our last.
I think they're
little
missing the boat
minute.
on that because Becky Lynch, when she was going nuts, she's on SmackDown, face bloody. She's hugging
depends.
bitches up. That's when they should have started. Okay, we could go ham with the women now.
They're trying with Bianca, but before this cuts off, let's take one more shot to Trace. Trace,
Happy
please.
born day, good sir.
Happy
Celebrate
birthday.
safe.
Thank you all.
How
Thank
much
you
time I
all.
got? How
Thank
much
you
time
all.
I got?
Give us the message. Give us the message.
Give me the
Chocolate
message.
Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified. You never know when we're going live. And tonight is Wednesday. We going live.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
We're going live yet?
Shout out to the West. Thank you, Ronan, for joining us.
No problem.
The
AEW Warrior. I came dressed in the wrong thing. I should have wore some lawyer clothes the way I had to